Is it still locked?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know at least my mom's gonna listen to this.
Oh yeah. We'll get some folks listening.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, here we go. Yo, welcome back to the Garden Fresh podcast. Again, I'm Mason Gardner, and today we got a special guest. Not because who he is, but it's our first redhead, other than me. So let's go. Some red power over here. We have Kyle Tabor, founder of Blue Cell Coffee.
Correctamundo.
Let's go. I will say he smelled freaking amazing when we walked in. He smelled like a lot of spices and shit. So, boil it down and cook it up.
Embarrassingly, that's just essential oils that I put on my scalp to help the hair grow.
Damn, dude, you could have been like, yeah, this is the life of the coffee man.
Yeah, Fabio.
Yeah, we need that, man. Oh, I got my hair tied. I forget anything about that. Yeah. Dog's already barking.
They're excited about the episode. It should be.
It should be.
Yeah.
Dueling redheads over here.
Dude, I know your dog has red hair too.
Yeah, that was on purpose.
You
better believe
there's a lot of
purpose.
power in this house right now.
Oh, yeah. I was tired of getting outnumbered, man. Anyways, Kyle, what's up, dude?
Man, just selling coffee.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, for everybody listening, like you mentioned, I started a coffee company about 8.5 years ago. But I also have a YouTube channel, and I travel the world on a quest to find the best coffees on the planet. And
the Coffee Explorer.
The Coffee Explorer. Yeah. I am.
That's pretty cool.
I'm known as the Coffee Explorer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch the Liver King at all. Do you ever?
Yeah.
You ever watch this stuff?
Yeah. I've seen his ass.
Like, it's always like Liver King here. Yeah. I always feel like I should be like, should I say like Coffee Explorer here?
I guess you do what you want to do. Yeah.
But that's the thing. So lately, if you want to know what's up, we've been there's my channel right there. Heck yeah, check it out. So you see El Salvador, Honduras, Costa Rica. This December, I'm going to Ethiopia and Kenya.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
We're gonna make some sick content.
So get too deep into it. We may or may not have known each other from the past. We don't know. We know each other's name. We had each other on Facebook. No clue how we may have met. We're from like 5 miles from each other. Right. So I don't know. Maybe we've known each other. Mutual friend hooked us up. I was like, this dude has some energy. I dig that. You know what I mean?
It's the red hair.
Yes. We need that on the podcast for sure. Because Wyatt's,
yeah.
Jet black. Low energy also. That's where I was just going. Anyways, Ethiopia and Kenya, that's sick, dude.
Yeah.
So when you're exploring for coffee, what's the goal? What are we looking like? What's the you own a coffee company, like what are you trying to do there? Other than the obvious is, buy coffee, like what are you doing?
Well, I mean, ultimately, I want to sell the company someday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the clock's ticking on that because I love coffee. The founding idea of my company was to make the community more united and connected through just this thing that we all enjoy. There's kind of a story behind that. I was in Italy, but anyways, so the end game is really to sell the company and start a family.
Yeah.
So right now I'm focusing on how can I grow this company to be as big as it can possibly be so that when I sell it, I can go on more podcasts and drink more Topo Chicos.
There you go. Yeah. I feel that. Yeah.
So we just rolled out about a month and a half ago. We hit 31 Walmarts.
Oh,
we're in 31 local Walmarts. Yeah, and we're gonna be in Nashville Walmarts next week.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
damn, that's sick.
It's pretty wild. It's actually really wild. And one thing that Walmart thought was cool was the Coffee Explorer.
Yeah.
So what we do, I brought you a bag. I don't know if we brought it in here. What did I do?
It's right there.
I'm an idiot. I'm blind. I'm bald. I'm bald and blind.
There you go.
That's why my glasses are right here. I'm trying to be cool and like not wear my glasses, but you know, whatever. But yeah, so for all the viewers, you might think this is cool. This is my life's work, and this is what I'm proud of. There's a QR code on our coffee, and every bag of coffee has a QR code on it, and that QR code takes you to a video that corresponds with the coffee in the bag. So this coffee, for example, is Salvador Surf.
Yeah.
And you'll see a video, if you scan the QR code, of me surfing in El Salvador looking for Ada Valle, an awarded, globally renowned coffee producer. So in the video, I'm searching for her, and we kind of have one of these like sketchy moments. I didn't even realize at the time it was sketchy, but I didn't realize at the time I was in MS-13 gang territory. Yeah, so it's that one right there. The one with the most views. So it's pretty cool because I mean it sounds fun. It's like, woo, look at that, a video. But really, what it is it's supply chain transparency.
Yeah.
So you're seeing the CEO of the coffee company that you buy coffee from, and then B, you're also seeing like literally the coffee farmer or the coffee producer.
Yeah.
Like the people and the places that brought that coffee to life. So, and from what we've seen, it's an unprecedented level of supply chain transparency. And Walmart and myself, we get down with that. It's pretty cool.
That's sick. Yeah. So, do have a question though with Walmart. Like, that's pretty cool that they like the Coffee Explorer, because like most businesses are going to like a more of a they understand marketing on a big scale with like paid actors is kind of a thing of the past. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they understand like I don't know about Walmart, but it seems like they understand that kind of influencer marketing is kind of what's driving the economy so much right now.
Yeah.
So do you think that's kind of like other than your product being good, do you think that that's kind of like why they were kind of interested?
Totally. Dude, they've got their finger on the pulse, man.
Yeah.
Dude, Walmart, they're getting their ass kicked by Amazon.
Yeah.
Pardon my French, but they're not fucking around. Like they are on the ground level trying to figure out how to get market share back from Amazon. So, I mean, they're a bunch of brilliant men and women in a room just like us, thinking day and night, like how can we just be the best in the world? And I can appreciate that about them. So, but like our impression of Walmart is like it's old school, like, you know, old balls.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. But you got to understand, like, at a point, they have the money to try things. Right. So, like, they have the money that like a big or a smaller company might not have to, throw it, experiment to see, like, hey, will this catch, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's cool, like Walmart is like trying, because how many like old school stores just kind of fall by the wayside, like freaking Blockbuster or some shit, by not trying, you know what I mean? At least you got to try, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Well, there's also another piece to it too. They know that millennials don't really like Walmart that much.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, and they're concerned that like when the older generations die off, what customers are they going to have?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about that.
Yeah. So they're trying to do things that appeal to our age group.
Yeah.
So that they have customers in 20 years.
Yeah, that damn.
So they're willing to lose money on products like mine. Because they don't make as much money off of me as they probably do off of like Starbucks or even Folgers.
Yeah,
they may make more money on that, but they're willing to lose $1 now so they can make more dollars in the future.
Right, and the whole thing, it's a Walmart brand or Arkansas brand,
right?
Stuff like that, has to play into it. Back when I was hooked up with a t-shirt company, like one of our goals was if we were gonna move into like a bigger scale, Walmart was what we're going to do, because we didn't think we're not going to pass Patagonia or any of those big North Face, so why not fit into a cheaper price bracket? We make less money, but if you push more shirts, what I mean, it could be a big deal, in clothing and apparel, just like, well, not so much I guess in like food, but clothing apparel, it's almost like frowned upon to be in Walmart, you know what I mean? Because it's like, who goes to Walmart.
No,
for clothes.
same with my brand. Yeah, I mean, we had conflicting sort of thoughts on it.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah. But you look at the big dogs, like people making bukus of money. They're going to be in Walmart. They ain't worried about like Kraft's not worried about the stigma. You know what I mean? Wherever they can sell it, they're going to sell it.
And dude, I feel like I can make it cool.
Yeah.
Like I do. Like all you have to do is scan that QR code, watch my videos. They're so fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and I'm also in Whole Foods and Target too.
Yeah.
So I'm covering it all.
Well, dude, that's a big plus. But the cool thing about that is because you're gonna get customers say that you can act as bougie as you want to be and go to never go to Starbucks at all.
Yeah.
But you also know there's gonna be a customer that is living modestly. And that was like, hey, I can get good coffee at Walmart, and it doesn't have to be, these big brands. I can actually get real good coffee.
Yeah.
And, you kind of pick up those people, which are, there's going to be a lot of people that coffee's freaking exploded. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. My older family, all I can remember is just like some Folgers, and that's it. Nobody drank like anything other than that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I couldn't tell you if my mom probably didn't have a latte until she was like 40. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's changed. It's changed so much.
Yeah,
yeah.
If I ever have a kid, it'd probably have a latte like day one. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It'd be like, what is Folgers? Like, you drink black coffee? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So what were you saying, Wyatt?
I was just looking at his YouTube channel and wondering how long he'd worked on making it.
I think I posted a video like for the first time 3 years ago, but I haven't taken it serious until this year. Like this year is the first time, and by take it serious, I mean allocate on average an hour a week.
Yeah.
The plan is to find a way for me to step into content creator full time.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I'm full time CEO. Probably work 70 hours a week. We can do some math on that. I mean, easily 70. Yeah. So, it's hard to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You get it. You're doing the podcast. It's not your full-time thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, all right, with full-time CEO, so you're 30, 31?
31. 30, well, shit.
You don't know?
I used to say 30, flirty, and thriving. Did you guys ever watch that movie?
No.
Oh, you never seen that? 13 going on 30?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure I was forced to watch that at some point. Yeah.
Never mind. Well, I just turned 31, so I can't say that anymore. So I'm 31. You're 31?
Yeah.
Nice.
So when did you start? You started Blue Cell at a young age then, right? Because, I mean, you'd be young right now starting to come, like...
yeah.
So when did you start?
I appreciate that perspective, too, because, like, sometimes I'm like, God, I've been doing this a long time. But I had the idea when I was 21 and didn't make my first buck until I was 22.
Yeah. That's cool. That's badass. I mean, what as a young guy, like, what led you to think, like, hey, I can start a coffee shop? Like, what was that, like, whole thought pattern?
I've always been really naive and sort of, like, reckless, just sort of not, like, afraid of things.
Yeah.
Because I'm a mama's boy.
Yeah.
And I know that, like, no matter what happens, as long as, like, I can hug my mom at the end of the day, I'm going to be okay. So I was just like, screw it. If this thing doesn't work out, like, my mom still loves me,
Yeah.
So it kind of came from a level of, like, naivety, which, like, naivety can help you out, too, because,
I mean,
ignorance is bliss.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what you don't know. And
right.
I just got to take one step.
I've probably been living my whole life wrapped around that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just trying things and dealing with the consequences later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why not?
Right.
We do have a call-in question. I don't know if this is super specific.
Whoa, I feel special.
Yeah. So everybody call the hotline 501-683-9594. It literally can be anything freaking wild. If you want to ask Wyatt on a date, if you want to ask us a serious question, if you have some wild shit going on in your life, let's hear about it. Anyways, let's hear this question.
Hey there. So I've been a barista going on 4 years now. And as somebody who has experience in the coffee industry, I am dying to know what the craziest coffee order you've ever heard was. Thanks so much. Bye.
That was from Amber Marler.
Hey there.
So you got an answer for that?
Man.
Try not to touch that much. I can't cut that out.
Sorry, yeah. That's a cool freaking app, dude. Whoa, my mind is blown right now. Hey, Amber. So let me think. I'll have to think hard because I haven't worked in the cafe in like several years.
Yeah.
But nice to meet you, Amber. Let's see. Your craziest order.
Or even take it further? Like, what's the craziest things you've tried to try? You know what I mean? Because I know, like, you've probably tried so much different shit. You know what I mean? Like, what's the...
Yeah. I would say the craziest order I got, though, somebody asked for a hamburger in my cafe once. I mean, that's not that crazy, but, like...
like an actual
hamburger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, can I get a coffee and a hamburger?
No.
like, why do you think we have a hamburger here?
Uber Eats it for you.
Yeah. So that was pretty crazy. I can't remember anything else, Amber. I'm sorry, just because I haven't been in the cafe in a while. I have a great manager. Her name is Krista. I'd like to give her a shout out. She's amazing. She runs that thing so well. Better than me.
Yeah.
Better than me. Yeah. So, but your question was, what was the craziest thing I ever tried? Like coffee wise?
I mean, yeah, you've probably tried different combinations of stuff, whether that be coffee in general or like flavors in coffee or mixing stuff together.
I mean, I don't think I've had like too many crazy, like this sounds crazy to some people, but it's pretty common now. Like I do enjoy butter in my coffee. Yeah.
That's not common to me.
What is that?
No,
yeah.
what is that?
It's a big keto coffee thing.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not like a big keto guy or
What does
anything.
that do? Is it just adding calories to your coffee or what?
Well, it adds a lot of fat. So if, you're easily satiated through the consumption of fat, you're going to want to do that.
That's pretty cool.
But specifically, you're going to want to have grass-fed cow butter. Otherwise, it's really not healthy for you. But butter is actually one of the most nutritionally dense things on the planet. So you can add that to your coffee. It pairs really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, when I want to kind of cream it up, so to speak, which I don't, I normally drink it, like pretty much always drink it black, but I'll throw some butter and some grass-fed cow butter in
That's
there.
cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I like butter, dude.
So, all right. Do y'all serve tea at your coffee shop?
We do.
So what's do you take tea as seriously or is coffee really your vibe?
Coffee's really our vibe for sure. You just inspired the idea to start a channel called the Tea Explorer.
Yeah. I mean, I know like certain sects of the world, it's tea,
right?
Some are coffee. You know what I mean? So
For sure. We do tea very, very well.
Yeah.
I think we just kind of happen to do tea well because we do everything well, but we don't think about tea very often.
Yeah.
We get it from a great supplier. We do their recommended preparation methods. I know it's better than what you get at Starbucks because somebody told me the other day, if you get green tea at Starbucks now, it's like a powder they mix in water. Yeah. It's like a instant tea.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Still, whatever to say.
Back in the day, they would put a bag in your...
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
See, I dated a girl that was just like all tea all the time. You know what I mean? Just like hot tea. Not much like southern sweet tea, but just, right. You know what I mean? Herbal teas and stuff. But what's all right, I don't know what the hell matcha is.
Yeah.
I know people freaking love the shit out of it. Do y'all do matcha?
Oh yeah, that's a big seller for us.
So what, I mean, matcha still has caffeine in it, right?
Right.
All right. So it's just tea? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's actually just green tea. So, I mean, you're familiar obviously with green tea.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So with green tea, you're gonna saturate the tea. You're gonna extract the delicious parts and the caffeinated parts, and then you're actually going to remove the mass and the material from the tea, and discard it, right?
Yeah.
With matcha, it's a little bit different. It's also green tea, so you're dealing with the leaves, but you grind them into a fine powder, sort of like we just talked about, and you turn it into almost like an instant. I'm like, anybody Japanese listening is going to hate me for saying this, but almost like sort of that instant tea concept. So you mix it in and you don't remove any of the master material. Yeah, but green tea, let me shine some honor onto matcha, because matcha is very, very highly regarded and respected and sort of like an honorable thing. And in Japan and many parts of Asia, it's ceremonial. I mean, it's not like a beer.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a coffee. It's like, if we're drinking a matcha, like we're having a moment. You know? Yeah.
That's cool. I had no clue that it was that. I thought it was just some white girl shit.
Right. Well, in America, we've certainly turned it into mix it with milk and sugar. But the big difference is just know that you're like actually drinking the green tea particles themselves.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know clue.
The leaf. You're drinking the leaf.
So, all right, let's get into some of your travels. I know I told you I watched that video where you went to Honduras. I mean, we talked to Austin. You know Austin.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we talked to
Austin Jones
about Honduras the other day. But, dude, were you not, I mean, you're going, like, into Honduras.
Yeah.
Like, into Honduras, not, like, tourist shit. Like, you're in the middle of, were you, like, on these where you're going to find coffee, it's not necessarily the safest parts of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, what's the mindset when you get into something like this? Just head down, I'm going for business, or you just... Like,
we actually have a lot of it set up beforehand. We do.
Well, yeah, of course. But I meant, like, just... no matter what, anything could... I mean,
right.
I've heard...
it happen, yeah.
Talking about going to Kenya, I've heard somebody on... my old boss, his dad, on safari, got stopped by like these 12-year-olds with like friggin' AKs, pulled out of the truck. They were supposed to be the cops, but like shook them down for money and shit. Yeah. So anything can happen, no matter how much you got like guided out there or not, you know?
Yeah. My biggest concern is that they take my SD card. You know what I mean? Like, you can take my cash, you can take my camera, just don't take my SD card.
Or your life.
My life. You can take that, just don't take my SD card.
I need that one thing. I'll give you the camera. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
You feel pretty comfortable?
I do. I mean,
is that because of experience, or is that like your first few times? I mean, you had to.
Dude, it's like Little Rock, man. I mean, most people are cool. You know?
Yeah,
everybody just
everybody's trying to get on. Yeah,
you walk down a neighborhood in Little Rock that you shouldn't. Like, you kind of know.
Yeah,
you know. Same with Valonia, Mount Vernon. You kind of know, like, when you should be looking over your back. Just go the other way.
Yeah.
So, MS-13 pretty much runs a lot of El Salvador. I do have respect for the El Salvador president. I forget his name right now. But, MS-13, they're an organized gang. Like, they're a freaking business. Like almost to the level of, like, Fortune 500 company.
Yeah.
They're not trying to mess with you. Like, what do they have to gain through getting, national attention that they killed like an American citizen, right? Like, they're trying to make money.
Yeah, but what about kidnapping? Isn't that like a...
I've heard about a lot of that in Mexico and some in Colombia.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just crazy.
I'm trying to... So have you been to Ecuador?
I'm not, no.
So I'm trying to go to Ecuador. I don't know necessarily. I've heard pretty good things about, like, the major cities and shit. Like, of course, there's bad spots to go, but like, go to Ecuador, see what you can see. Like, apparently, like a Spanish queen used to like summer there, and I can't remember can you look up the capital of Ecuador? But anyways, she like spent all this money to like turn it out, like make it real nice. So apparently, I don't even know how to say that. Quito.
I don't know about Quito.
Whatever. has all this cool architecture that was the Spanish Queen had like kind of constructed, or had constructed, I guess. But dude, that part of the world,
that's beautiful.
That part of the world, anywhere down there, dude, you know, it gets a pretty bad rap, but there's so much history that nobody talks about. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, dude. It's amazing. Yeah, I wish it didn't have such a negative stigma because, dude, it's amazing. Honestly, like when I sell my company, like I'm very tempted not to live here. We've got way too much drama down there, dude. Like especially in the coffee growing regions. Imagine being like, this is what happened in Costa Rica. I'm in the valley between two volcanoes.
Yeah.
At the base of this valley, there's this beautiful river going through it, and all you can hear is the sound of the river. I mean, it's so quiet out there that I could whisper to you, and you could hear me all the way across the field. It's so amazing. So you hear this water, you see these volcanoes. All you see is toucans, scarlet macaws. The occasional monkey kind of spooks you, but it's way off.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just like, what am I doing?
That's
you
cool.
know, in the States, just like scrolling through Instagram, hearing about like the latest and greatest BS.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, dude, you know, obviously our priorities are a little jacked.
Right.
Where was that at, Wayne?
I think that's what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can type in Aquiles, Costa Rica. That's going to be AQ.
Yeah, spell that way.
AQUIA. Or yes. Yeah. There you go. Aquiles. That's exactly where I was. And that whole town is built on coffee farming. So it's pretty much 100% of that economy. I mean,
all right. So when you set out on, well, even before you set out on this journey, on a journey, are you, obviously you're doing some research.
Yeah.
Like where does that begin? Are you just like Googling like where to get coffee in Honduras, or like how do you start that? Do you have somebody saying like, yo, I know a chick, or what?
Kinda, sorta. Yeah. And I'm giving away some secrets here. I'm happy to do that. But it really starts with, so like I know somebody, and then it also starts at the cupping table.
Yeah.
So we're
all right, what's cupping? I've heard you say this word in videos, and I'm like, what is that?
So it seems like a pretty broad term, but it's actually a very specific, well-defined term within the coffee industry. And we're talking about like a multi-billion-dollar industry that's all over the world. So, it's a very serious term. Sorry, man, this thing.
You got the seltzer, dude.
You might have to cut that out if you want to make a clip called "What is Cupping." So I'll back that up. So what is cupping? It sounds like a broad term, but it's not. It's a very well-defined term within the coffee industry. And there's some great photos of it right there. It's actually a systematic, methodical approach to grading and assessing the quality of coffee.
Yeah.
So coffee is actually very prone to defects and variations in quality. There's great coffee and there's delicious coffee.
Yeah.
And of course, the delicious coffee is going to sell for more than the bad coffee.
Yeah.
Well, if you're someone who's got some good coffee, you don't want to sell that for the same price as your neighbor who's got some bad coffee. So you're like, hey, check this coffee out. It tastes great. Well, there needs to be a standardization towards the check this coffee out process, right? Because then you get into this whole he said, she said stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So there's this globally recognized systematic process for grading and assessing the quality of coffee. And we kind of loosely refer to it as cupping.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've heard you say that in like one of your videos, and maybe one you posted the other day. And I was like, it sounds pretty simple. Like what? I don't necessarily know what that means.
Yeah, I wish we'd call it something else. Because cupping sounds like, some people think of like getting a massage and getting your back cupped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What were you saying that made me ask that question?
What was I saying that made you ask that question? Oh yeah. How do I get these trips started, basically? Yeah. So I'm doing my homework. I guess you could say, my homework before I go, and I'm cupping coffees before I head down there.
Yeah.
And these are giving me a a really good indication of who I need to be talking to and what.
So like this cup of coffee is from Lisa, and you're like, I need to talk to Lisa.
Yeah, exactly. I see. Exactly. And I say, hey, yo, what up, Lisa? Yeah. She probably doesn't speak English very well. Let me come down, check out your goods, and if it's good, I'm gonna buy it and put that stuff in Walmart. She's like, oh shit. It's like, ooh, yeah. So, kind of sort of like that. There's a lot more respect, and there's certainly, Lisa could be so big that she's like, who actually this happened. I mean, this is the case in Ada Valle's case. It's like, great, you're gonna try to buy $100,000 worth of coffee for me, like. You're just one person in the line. Yeah. That's nobody. Like, that's nothing to her. Yeah. That doesn't mean she's like making $100,000, but like she's got such a big global reputation, big operation. If you watch my El Salvador video, you can see how big her operation is. It's unreal big. Yeah. Like, I could give her $100,000 to buy that much coffee. And if you keep going about 3/4 the way through, midway through. Sorry, in the middle. Yeah, that's a part of our operation. It's enormous, man. Yeah, I mean, look at all that.
That's cool.
But if you don't mind, click on the Honduras video. I don't know if you can see it from where you're at, but with Walter, every year we buy all of his coffee, 100%.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's it right there.
So, all right. Who is your
60% through? You'll see Walter.
Necessarily, like, who would you be competing against to buy his coffee? Like coffee companies from around the world, or like, how do you? You know what I'm trying to ask? How did you get hooked up with him? Like, why would he want to sell just to you? Just stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Is there not people that coming for his coffee too?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's such a good question. Nobody's ever asked me that. So it's in Walter's best interest to secure a relationship,
right? Not
to get in this bidding war,
right?
Because if you're a farmer, I guess probably of any type of crop, you put a year's worth of work into that crop before you make $1.
Right.
Yeah. So if you want to go to sleep at night and know somebody's going to be buying all of your stuff next year, like, it's like, damn, I just like woke up at 4 a.m. I did all this work. I'm trying to make this coffee taste as good as it could possibly taste. Maybe it's apples, maybe it's papayas, maybe it's bananas. It's like, you want to know somebody's going to buy that. Right. So the last thing you want to do is piss that person off and say, hey, man, like, I sold your stuff to somebody else. Yeah. Because then, like, you don't have that trust.
I get that.
It's all about
for
trust.
Sure. Yeah. That's cool. Because, I mean, I definitely could see where somebody come to him, maybe $1 more than what you're giving him.
Well, even 10 cents more is a lot.
No, I know. Yeah. But then next year they don't show up, and then you don't show up. Exactly. And then it's like,
and then what happens?
What's up?
Yeah. So that's Myra. She helps Walter get connected to people like me.
That's cool.
Yeah. So a second ago he brought up Walter, and Walter's chilling in his house. He literally has bags of coffee like in his living room. If you back it up just a little bit,
you think?
That's Walter. Like, I buy all of his coffee.
That's cool.
And he sleeps better at night knowing that, like, Kyle's gonna buy all my stuff next year. Yeah.
Did he have essential oils in his hair too?
Oh no, dude! He's got a great head of hair.
No, that's what I asked. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
that's funny. Yeah. So you posted something the other day that I saw with different coffee shops. Like, I saw, like, I don't know. Do you know my girl Kelsey Bertel, Cove Coffee?
Cove, yeah, I know Kelsey. I didn't know her last name. Yeah.
So I was, her husband and I and a couple other dudes was in that t-shirt company together.
No way.
So
nice.
I saw that. Also,
man,
Small
what's his
World.
name?
Mark.
Mark, that's right. Yes. Yeah, I met Mark.
That's cool. Yeah, I saw that. I saw Cove on there, and I was like, that's kind of funny. Yeah, Small World.
They use my coffee.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yep,
Have they been doing that for a while, or is that new?
I want to say at least a year, but maybe longer.
Oh, they're cool.
Yeah. Shout out to Cove Coffee and Kelsey and Mark.
Hell yeah.
If you're up in Mountain View or Mountain Home.
Mountain
Home.
Yeah.
That's the only place you'll find good coffee.
I mean, shit, there ain't much up there.
Right.
Like, she's the only cat up there.
It's the only place you'll find people.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you got to go to, like, North Fork or something to find. So, like, you got to get out of there.
Right.
But, I don't know. Dude, it's, I feel like I have so many questions about coffee because I am probably addicted hardcore to caffeine.
Hell yeah.
And that's good for you.
Yeah.
But, so.
Me too.
I was about to say, there's no way you're not.
Yeah. Like 400 milligrams a day.
Yeah, there's no way you're not. What got you on this coffee journey? As in, like, before you started the company, were you into coffee? Like, why coffee? Like, what? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
why not freaking paper planes or what? Why coffee?
Yeah. So I was 21 years old, and I think like many 21-year-olds, I was depressed and lost, anxious to find my path, stuff like that. And at that time too, just kind of getting a little deeper and painting a full picture, I just like sort of walked away from some friend groups in search for something that would make me happier. I was actually, I guess since I'm going into detail, like at the time in fraternity groups and just doing the whole college social thing, I could feel how superficial it was.
The most.
The most. Yeah. And that just never settled well with me. And not to diss on Bologna, but like, I felt that in high school as well, because it's like in places like Bologna and I'm sure Mount Vernon, if you're not into football, if you're not, you don't go to the Baptist church on Sunday, like you're kind of the second tier.
Yeah.
And I never, like, I was into football and I was in a church, but I never felt comfortable with how everybody else felt like they didn't belong there.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, so that caught up to me, and then in college, I was like, man, screw all this stuff. Like, screw trying to conform and fit in. I'd rather just be alone. Yeah. So I did that. I got a bicycle, and I would just ride my bike by myself all the time, like 30, 40 miles at a time. Yeah. And I got into bike racing. I was like, dude,
like road bikes?
Yeah. And there was an event in Italy called the Giro d'Italia.
Yeah,
and just like the Tour de France, right?
Yeah.
But it's the Italian version. And I was like, I'm gonna go watch it. Maybe I'll be a pro cyclist someday. Like, I just want to see it.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah. So I got a ticket and I flew to Italy. I was 21, and dude, it was pretty cool. I go over there and I meet the event management staff, and I start partying with them at night. I was pretty sick. Like, we're up till like 4 a.m. in these like Italian little clubs, and like at one point the stage girls, they have stage girls for these bike races. I got a kiss on the cheek from one. Having the time of my life.
And you're 21.
I'm 21, yeah. And they're waking up at like 7 a.m. to do these events. I don't know how they do it, but anyways, I wake up and I go to these coffee shops nearby.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Italy?
No, I have not.
So there are coffee shops everywhere.
Really?
There's like literally in a city like Little Rock, there would be 100 coffee shops.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they make money. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, the economics just doesn't make sense in my brain. But anyways, so I'm chilling in these coffee shops, kind of hungover from just like partying with the event management staff, and I noticed something that changed my life. In these cafes, actually, what I noticed, and it sounds corny and cheesy, but I noticed a sense of community. I saw in these cafes old people sitting around, young people sitting around, black people sitting around, people who might be of a particular sexual orientation, every rich people, poor people, they're all hanging out in the same space. And I was like, holy shit. This is community. This is what community looks like. It's not like that tiered stuff that I'm used to. And I literally said the words Conway needs this. So it took a while to settle in. Came back, and one day I was riding my bike, and I was like, dude, I'm going to open a coffee shop.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
That's sick.
Yeah. So I spent a year trying to figure out how I was going to do that.
Oh.
And I did it.
I'm going to ask a deeper question about that, but was there, at the time, was there anything other than Starbucks in Conway?
No.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, I felt like, I don't know what year that was, but I felt like it was like there was literally just Starbucks, like maybe 2 Starbucks, and then boom, there was like 3 coffee shops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I got really lucky with the timing. I
yeah,
did.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A 21-year-old, like, how did you have the wherewithal, the knowledge to acquire funding to start like down the journey of starting your own business? You know what I mean? Because I feel like a 21-year-old necessarily doesn't know how to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to give a big shout out to my boy who changed my life. His name is Matthew Bolin. He was my roommate. You know Matthew Bolin?
Yeah.
Get out of town.
If it's the same Matthew Bowling.
Is he like my age? Went to Conway? Christian?
Conway Christian.
That's awesome, dude. You know he's been living in Japan for the past 5 years. He just moved back like last week.
Wow.
Yeah, so hit him up. Say, what's up, dude? I'm glad you're back in town. He would love that. Yeah, it's my boy, dude. So we were roommates. Small world. I'm like, dude, I'm going to open this coffee shop. And I spent a year in business school putting together a business plan. But, TBH is like kind of bullcrap. But I spent a year figuring it all out. And I got a job at Hewlett-Packard when I graduated from college. I was making decent money. But anyways, Matthew Bolin's really like the one who made it work for me. He was like, dude, what do you need to make the coffee shop happen? I was like, well, according to my business plan, I need $500,000.
Yeah.
my dumb ass is sending emails to the banks like, hey, can you loan me $500,000? I'm 21.
Yeah.
I don't have any collateral. I don't have any income, but I need $500,000. And he was like, dude, let me challenge you. He's like, how can you do it smaller? I was like, what do you mean do it smaller? Like, that's what I need. Like, that's the thing I'm trying to do. He's like, but how can you do it smaller? I was like, well, I guess I could open a coffee cart or a coffee truck.
Yeah.
I could do a coffee truck for a little while. Yeah. He's like, how much money would you need for that? And I was like, maybe like $90,000, maybe 45 of them lucky. And he was like, okay, good job. And he was like, well, how can you do it smaller than that? And I was like, what do you mean smaller? Like, that's already small. Like, it's way smaller.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, how can you do it smaller? I was like, shit. So the next day I came back, I was like, oh, dude, I figured it out. I can, what did I say? I was like, dude, I can cater.
Yeah.
I was like, I can cater events.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, wow, how much money do you need for that? I was like, oh, probably like $12,000. I can get started with $12,000. Like, do you have $12,000? I was like, no.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, cool. Well, how can you start it even smaller? I'm like, dude, that's literally the smallest I can start it.
Yeah.
What do you mean start it smaller? And he's like, dude, you can start it smaller. How can you do it?
Yeah.
I was like, shit. So I spent like 3 days this time figuring it out. I was like, oh, dude, I figured it out. He's like, I can start this coffee shop out of my kitchen.
Yeah.
And open this coffee shop up 1 day a week. Saturdays from like 9 to 12.
That's cool.
And just invite my friends and family over and start this coffee. And he's like, how much money you need for that? And I was like, $3,000.
Yeah.
I was like, I can save that.
Espresso machine.
And bam.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I did. So that's how Blue Cell Coffee started. It started in Morningside Drive in Conway, Arkansas, out of a kitchen.
Wild.
And then I upgraded to a catering, and then I actually jumped straight to a cafe.
That's
and
sick.
when I opened the cafe, I didn't even have enough money to buy furniture.
Yeah.
So imagine a coffee shop that doesn't have furniture. That was my coffee shop.
That's sick, dude. That's a cool. I will have to say that building, your spot is sick.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because
got lucky again.
Yeah, I walk in that thing and I'm like, dude, I would love to have an apartment or something look like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gives you just you just want to like sit down and just like fucking chill. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's a cool location downtown
Yeah.
too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a story behind that. Do y'all want to hear that?
Yeah.
Like, it's just I don't share it much, but I found a different location than that at first, and I put all of my money into it, which was like $3,000, which was everything I had. Painted the walls. I built some walls. I installed some plumbing. I ran some electrical. And long story short, the owner kicked me out.
Red hair.
Yeah, definitely redhead. I was a dumbass and didn't sign a lease before doing all that stuff to the space, and because I was so eager, and young and naive. And his wife was like, "No, this is gonna fail. We can't have this here. It's gonna make us look bad." So he was like, "Hey man, I don't want to do this. I'm like, you gotta get out of here, bro." I was like, "When?" He's like, "Today." I was like, "Oh my god!" So like, I was kind of panicking.
Were you had been paying a little money? You just hadn't signed a lease, or like how did they let you get a hold of the space first?
It was a weird situation where the husband was like, "Here's the key, bro. Like, do your thing.
Take off, yeah.
Yeah, I want some. I'll ease my wife into this."
Yeah.
And then she freaked out and was like, "No." So they kicked me out, and I'd already told everybody I knew that my coffee shop was opening in like 3 days.
I would send her a Christmas card every year. Hopefully sell, like in the front.
We a Walmart business.
Yeah,
That'd be
like,
awesome.
it's gonna fail. What? Yeah.
So that evening, I'm like panicking. I'm like, what do I do? Like, I don't have any money. I just told everybody I was going to open this coffee shop. So, dude, I literally start walking in downtown Conway by myself, not knocking, but I was walking into businesses that I thought would, like, their space would make a great coffee shop. And I said the words, "Hey, can I talk to a manager?" And they're like, "Sure, this is he or she." I said, "This is going to be a weird question. But like, are you going out of business anytime soon? Because this space would be an awesome coffee shop." Yeah. And they were like, "No, what? No, get out of here." And I got that like 10 times, like 10 businesses I walked in, like Frialdahoven and, EM Jeans and all that stuff. And it was kind of like out of a movie. The sun was going down. I was getting really discouraged. And I looked into the space that I'm at now and the window, and I was like, dude.
Was it empty?
No, there's a business in there.
Yeah.
I was like, this would be so perfect for a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And it was starting to get dark, and I was so discouraged. And I almost didn't go in. Like,
Yeah.
I literally walked by the door and looked at it. I was like, shit, I'm going to try one more time.
Yeah.
So I walk in, I shoot from the hip. I say the same thing. I'm like, "Hey, it's going to be a weird question. But are you going out of business anytime soon? Because this will make a great coffee shop." And it was a husband and wife, and they looked at each other. They're like, "Actually, yeah, we're trying to get out of our lease right now. And that would help us out a lot." I was like, "I'll take it." And they're like, well, we'll think on it.
Yeah.
So I did. And the next day I came back and I was like, "I want it." And they're like, "Okay, well, go talk to the landlord." And that was George Covington. And I walked over to George Covington's office and I was like, "I want that space." And he's like, well, we'll think on it. And so I did that one night, and I came back at 8 a.m. the next day. I was like, "I want it." And then,
Thought hard on it. Yeah.
The next day was mine. So,
That's pretty cool. That's a good spot. Well, dude, you were talking about Italy and all those coffee shops. I was in Alaska. I just went to Alaska last month. Well, there is coffee shacks everywhere.
What?
Like, you could stand here and see another one and go to that next one and see another one.
Really?
They're not, there's like a handful of actually coffee shops, but there's coffee, like just drive through, like two window shacks everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they're doing. Like, why? I never got a straight answer. Like, why there's so much coffee there? There's coffee and weed shops everywhere up there, dude. And I'm like, I guess they're making money because why is there so many of them? You know what I mean?
There's a market for it for sure.
Yeah. I'm like, damn. I guess just freaking towns just run off of coffee, dude. I was there for 7 days and I didn't see darkness.
Oh, really?
So I guess people just.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, it was crazy. Like your body is not used to that. You know what I mean? Like you're getting tired and it's 7 o'clock and you're like, it's still like daylight outside.
Right.
But at home, it's 10 o'clock. But at 11:30 midnight, it's still daylight outside. You know what I mean? And you don't know like when to go to sleep. I was like, how do people know when to get off work here? Like you just go home, like just call it quits. But no, it just tripped me out because I love coffee, and I was like, I don't think we went to the same coffee shack once, you know what I
Right.
mean? But just bouncing around, and it's all the same thing, dude. And they knew their shit. It wasn't like they were just slinging coffee, you know what I mean? They, like, every coffee shop knew how to make anything you asked them, you know what I mean? Or every shack or whatever that thing is. I just thought it was kind of cool. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, the most recent explosion within the coffee industry has been the drive-through concept.
Yeah.
And most of that has been led by Dutch Brothers,
Oh, yeah.
which I believe is out of the Northwest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, of course, I'm sure Alaska gets a lot of influence from the Northwest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to. That Anchorage, where we were staying, was like, you know, it's 300,000 people, biggest city.
It's like Little Rock.
Yeah, exactly. But I would say it's not really like West Coast like vibes,
Yeah.
because a lot of people that live there are like rough and tumble cats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
They don't give a shit about your ideas.
right?
They're like, dude,
Yeah.
leave me alone.
But I don't know. It was definitely a different deal. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people that move, because dude, we might have met 4 people from Alaska, because everybody there is
Transplants,
just going there to live in Alaska. You know what I mean? They might work there for the summer or whatever, but nobody we met was from Alaska.
From
you know
there,
what I mean?
Would you live there?
What?
Would you live there?
I think for a period of time, I couldn't. I don't think I would do full time. You know what I mean?
Right, like forever. That's not your forever home.
But I think like a year would be a sick experience.
Yeah.
Especially a year somewhere like crazy.
Did you see any bears?
No,
See any moose?
no,
Did you see anything that could kill you? Did you see any redheads?
no. I don't know. We saw a couple whale. We saw some walrus.
Oh, that's bad. A whale?
Yeah. Shit like that. But no, we didn't. We were supposed to go to Denali National Park, which we would have saw all those animals. But like that day, we were supposed to take a float plane. It was too windy that day. Damn. Yeah, I know. But it's all good. Yeah. Definitely want to go back to see that, you know, because I couldn't imagine like in Denali seeing a grizzly. Just I don't know.
Dude, I'd crap my pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's talk about you said you're going to Ethiopia and Kenya. Is that going to be the same trip or 2 different trips or
Same trip.
Same
yeah.
trip.
Yeah. And I'm actually, you asked me earlier, like, are you concerned when you go to these places? I'm actually scared to go there. I don't know why, dude. I don't know why. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
Like, maybe it's because the
I can give
bugs
you
can kill you. Like, everything can kill you.
Yeah, just the water can kill you.
Right, water. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did get a parasite actually in Honduras.
Yeah.
That was not fun at all, dude.
How long did that sickness last?
Like 5 weeks.
No shit.
Yeah, dude. Not a good time.
So it got in you and stayed. It wanted to stay in you.
It
Yeah.
was chilling, dude. It was chilling.
What was that like? What was it called? You know what it's called?
It's probably like just a basic one you can get from drinking the water there. So what happened, I'm not trying to like change the subject, but what happened was that we have a water filtration system, but a cat jumped on it and knocked it over. And I thought, well, I'll be fine drinking tap water one time. No, definitely not. Yeah. So don't drink the city water in any of those places. But yeah, like
Is that just like they just have those parasites living in them, so they're like cool with it? But us, it's like
I think so.
You know what I mean? Like it's just they're immune to it by now.
We got little baby tummies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, damn. Because like Kenya and Ethiopia, imagine the same level. You know?
I feel like it's worse, but I don't know.
Yeah, even
don't
if
want
they
to
have
freak out,
running
dude.
water, I don't know.
Yeah, like I just feel like if I got lost in the Americas, like I'd find my way back. But when I'm in Africa, I'm like, if I get lost, I'm never coming home.
Yeah, bro. Oh, yeah.
But
Ethiopia's-
honestly, everybody I've ever met from Ethiopia and Kenya are like literally the sweetest, kindest, most beautiful people I've ever met.
for sure, yeah.
So like that makes me less concerned. Now, if I was going to like Congo or like I don't want to bad talk anybody's country, but like, there's some places in Africa that aren't as well off.
Well, yeah, and you're going. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess you're going to somebody's business, and they want to make sure that you make it there so you can spend some money there, right? You know what I mean? But I guess the in between there's where the sketchy shit could pop off.
Well, here's something kind of cool. I might be going with my consultant who is a bigwig in the coffee industry, and he mentioned we might be getting picked up in the president of Ethiopia's helicopter.
That'd be
wild.
At
the airport. So that's gonna be a sick episode.
That'd be wild. Send that video to me. We will do something with that.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? When we first talked the other day, you mentioned something about Buffalo River, right?
Yes.
So what's your thoughts on that? What's your? I mean, I know you kind of already explained it to me, but
yeah, I'll repeat it because I forget the stuff I say all the time.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but I'm just the worst at remembering things. But dude, we're about to do a really big promotion with the Buffalo River, and for me, I think the big thing that I want to share with people is I've traveled all over the world on a quest to find the best coffees on the planet, and one of the most profound things that I've realized is that one of the most beautiful places in the world is in our backyard.
Yeah,
here in Arkansas.
Yeah,
it's Buffalo River.
Yeah,
it's fucking beautiful. Dude.
Yeah, for sure.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
I'll go on these float trips in Wyoming or in Brazil, or in Europe, and they'll talk it up. They're like, "Oh, this float trip's gonna be so sick," and then I'm like, "Yeah, it's gonna be sick," and then I get on, I'm like, "Dude, I've been doing the Buffalo all my life. Like my expectations, I guess, were higher than I thought."
Yeah.
So the Buffalo is near and dear to my heart, and we have a conservation component to my brand, and it's probably going to start next week. I'm not sure when, but we're going to try to help the Buffalo River Foundation purchase 100 acres.
Oh yeah,
of land, and the Buffalo River Foundation, when they acquire land, they zone it and they protect it so that it can never be commercialized ever.
Right. Yeah. That's sick, dude.
Yeah. So that's going to be our next big push, is to do something cool for Arkansas, man. Because people don't realize how cool Arkansas is, but it's pretty badass. And I would know. I've been to Asia and Europe many times, and I haven't been to the Middle East. Maybe that's pretty cool. It's probably pretty cool. But Arkansas is for sure pretty cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Did you say you were going to go live up there?
Probably for a couple months. Yeah. Just to live it
in your RV.
In my RV. Yeah. So I live full time in an RV, and I'm gonna take her up there. I probably need to get the tags and the registration renewed, but nah.
I don't think they care up there.
Yeah, they really don't, dude. Yeah. That's the best part. I think the Buffalo River is one of the best kept secrets in all of the United States.
I mean, it's starting to catch on, man.
It is.
A lot of guys are starting to do a lot of cool shit with it. So
it is, dude.
And we're kind of almost like a little green oasis in the middle of some whack states. So,
right.
You know what I mean? No shame on Kansas or Oklahoma or whatever. But
what's that?
Yeah.
What's Kansas and Oklahoma?
Yeah. I'm sure there's pretty stuff there, but
right.
It's all over here. So
right, dude. I mean, every time I go up to the Northwest, I meet people from Kansas and Oklahoma,
Northwest
and
Arkansas.
Michigan. Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, you see license plates, dude. I see license plates from New York and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, people are finding out. You know what I mean? You start hitting some of these trails, and you get to the trailhead, and you're like, damn, maybe I don't want to come here today. It's packed down. You know what I mean? Yeah,
dude. And Bentonville's such a mountain biking mecca now. Every time I go up there a lot. It's kind of like Alaska. I don't even meet people from Arkansas anymore.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, one of the last times I was there, I met this kid working at a bike shop. I was like, dude, you kind of talk funny. Like, where you from? You know? And he's like, yeah, bro, from Michigan, man. Just moved down here to shred the slopes, dude. These slopes are sick. You know, it's like, it's starting to feel like a ski town up there, you know?
Oh, that's cool. I mean, that means like when you start going to towns and, or cities or whatever, and you everybody you meet's not from there.
Right.
You know something cool is happening.
Yeah, it's a cool vibe for sure.
It's funny that you met like a surfer dude from Michigan, because I met a cat like that in Florida once.
Oh, yeah?
Him and his brother had moved to Pensacola and was living in a tent on the beach, like working at a restaurant, but just was living in the tent on the beach and was long hair, sounded like a surfer, but he was from fucking Michigan. And I was like, dude.
Living in Florida.
Yeah, on the beach, in a tent, like for free, just lit, like, and I was like, that's wild, dude.
I didn't know
mean,
they would let you do that.
I don't know if they do either. He was just probably just bumming around. But.
Yeah. So you talked to a homeless guy.
I guess, yeah. He was cool as shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I love people like that. So.
Yeah. All right, dude. Glad you came on. Do you have any questions for me, dude? It's cool if not.
Dude,
we usually end on a question, so what's it like to be a redhead? Well, you know.
it's the best.
Anyways.
We're so oppressed. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't go outside. So
Dude,
the sun is oppressing. You know what I mean?
Dude, I actually tan though. I'm a lucky redhead.
Oh, I'm not, dude. I'll be red as fuck. Dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. But did you know you actually synthesize vitamin D?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm
Dude, you're a mutant, bro.
I leak vitamin D. You know?
You are a mutant.
Yeah. No, I have no problem with vitamin D over here.
Redheads are cool as shit, dude.
Yeah.
Actually, like, sometimes Google unique mutations that redheads have. Like, I don't know if you've done that. Have you?
No, I have not. We can do
dude,
it right
it's
now.
cool. Yeah. Check it out. So there are some studies that suggest that our skin has a unique pH that makes us smell better to other people, which what does that say? Usually results from a mutation. Yeah. What is oh yeah, that's just the gene. That's just the gene that gives you red hair. But so we are unfortunately more intolerant to certain like thermal changes. So like it rapidly gets
Wyatt put sorry. Wyatt put
That's wrong.
go up. Put redhead before or put mutation before redhead.
Yeah, I would type in like advantages of being a redhead. You synthesize vitamin D, which is cool because like other people don't synthesize vitamin D. Like they have to. I don't know.
Well, I mean, our friggin' Lord and Savior Joe Rogan says that like 90% of black people are vitamin D deficient, and that's probably in this country. You know what I mean? Like.
Because they're inside all day.
Right, yeah. But us, dude, we can fucking we soak it up in a fucking hour. So.
Dude, yeah, we can just stick our hand out the window.
Yeah, it's like,
and we got our daily dose.
Yeah. Still got COVID though, so.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it bad. You got it? Did you? How was it?
Mine was all right. Mary Kate got it a second time, and we live in the same house, and I didn't get it. I don't know how that happened, but. All right, what's up, Wyatt? Let's read us. Damn.
10 reasons why being a redhead's awesome. What does it say? I can't see that. You have your own. Wait, stupid festival. You can produce vitamin D. Yeah. You may not. What does that say?
Need as much pain medication. I've heard that before.
Yeah,
like
so
physiologists and stuff.
My tattoo artist says like redheads when he tattoos redheads like. Their skin's tougher, so it's like he has to like really fucking get into it.
Really?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And I was like,
Are either one of y'all left-handed?
No,
that's false.
I forgot what the type of pain is called, but you know, like what an Indian burn is.
Yeah,
there's a scientific term for that type of pain, but we're less sensitive to that, which actually makes a lot of sense. And like biting, like people can bite, or I guess maybe that's a tougher skin thing, but we can tolerate that type of pain a lot better.
It makes sense. I used to have a party trick in college where I could bet people they couldn't punch me they could punch me as hard as they can in my knee and it wouldn't hurt. I swear, dude. I used to let people punch my knee. I don't know what's up with that.
Interesting, dude. Hell yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of had a trick in high school. I'd be like, do an Indian burn as hard as you can, and it wouldn't hurt on my forearm. So, yeah. That's interesting.
Young bros being bros, dude.
Just being dudes, yeah. But yeah, anyways, we're pretty cool.
Yeah. I would say so.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle. If you could live one day in the life of somebody else's life for one day, dead or alive, who would it be and what day?
Oh, gosh.
This is a toughie.
It is super tough.
And I can cut out some of that thinking time if I need to.
2 hours later. 1 eternity later. I would like to be a slave that ran away.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, like you know, there are some serious consequences to running away from your slave master, and
fuck, dude.
you gotta have some nuts to do that. You know? And you gotta think they're not educated back then, so like they have no geographical orientation. So what's your game plan?
But they might. You look at it on the opposite way. They have the most like. Not technical or not like actual education, but the most like street smarts of all time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
but like, you know, you want to go north as a slave,
right?
Towards Canada, where they don't allow slavery. How do you know which way is Canada?
But I bet the motherfuckers they knew like tricks that we don't that are long gone now. You know what I mean?
Oh, they pass around low key like on the table information for sure.
Yeah,
like dude, they're like, dude, go that way. It's Canada.
Dude, that would be a rough one, dude. Because fuck, your life would like that would be literally the worst thing of all time.
Where do you sleep? You sleep on the dirt. You know?
Yeah.
Like, what do you eat? Like, how do you decide? Like, and you always feel like you're on the run. You don't know you're going the right way. What's happening to your family that you left behind? You know, you're gonna get whipped or killed if you get caught. You know, like I just want to put myself in their shoes so I can. Like, I mean, I already appreciate them, but even appreciate, like, more of what they've been through.
I mean, dude, you would come back a totally different person.
Totally different person, yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's no, like, the Kyle you are now is different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that would be literally the worst shit of all time.
Yeah, for sure. The worst. Yeah. I kind of want to, like, know what the worst is like.
Fuck. You're a better man than me because I could not handle that shit. That would, you know what I mean? Like, you would just... Oh man, that'd be rough.
I'd probably be like, I don't know, happy and mad at the same time. I'd be like, dude, you guys are complaining about so much shit.
Yeah,
you know, like that. Maybe that's me talking to me too. It's like, dude, I complain about so much shit. You know, I feel.
Oh, dude, yeah, you would when you came back. If you came back after your 24 hours, your appreciation for life would be. Like you'd be the happiest motherfucker of all time.
Yeah.
Because your appreciation for life, you knowing what it could have been. But just think about like all of the fucking refugees that come over here, and like you know, like I mean, it sucks that people still give them a hard time when they get over here, just as a like culture. But they have to be fucking ecstatic.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they got out of here, you know what I mean? Or out of there. And now they're like on a journey of having like, you know, a normal, not normal, but a healthy life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that explains too why I know so many immigrants that are either are both extremely happy or extremely successful too. Like I dated a girl for a while. Her dad didn't speak a lick of English. She was Vietnamese. But dude's making $300K a year. You know, nail salon.
Yeah.
Happiest motherfucker you ever meet.
Oh, dude.
You know?
Yeah. I've met a lot of immigrants that are happy.
Oh, yeah. I know a bunch of Mexican people. Like,
happy as fuck.
Dude, yeah. I would never forget the one day I was having kind of a bad day. It was July 4th. It was like 5 years ago. I'm at Zaza's in Conway. And I'm eating a salad, you know, it's bougie ass, like $16 salad. And I'm like, And I look out the window on July 4th. There's like 6 Mexicans on this roof, 3 stories up. It's 110 degrees outside, probably 120 up there. They're having the best day of their life. They're tossing around shingles or nailing shingles in the ground. They're just chatting it up, laughing on a holiday. And I'm like, I'm such a weenie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel you.
So yeah, dude, 24 hours. I put myself in slaves' shoes if they have any.
The roughest of situations.
The roughest, yeah. Because I want to really fully appreciate that. Because I don't think anybody does. Like I don't think anybody in America does.
Yeah.
Like obviously, people who grew up in rough circumstances, whether it's the hood or white trash, but it's not as bad as that.
No, there's nothing as bad as that.
No.
You can't compare that really to anything.
No, I don't want that perspective, dude. So, and then imagine you're not only a slave, but you're running away, man. If you get caught, and your family might get messed up just for you running away. It's heavy, yeah. You asked me, dude. You asked me, bro.
That makes your MJ
Do what?
That makes your MJ scenario look pretty weak.
Yeah, I mean it's a totally different.
I'm messing around.
You said you'd be Michael Jordan.
The day he hit the game-winning shot against the Jazz and won his first championship,
Hell yeah.
Just that 24 hours, as soon as the shot goes in, you jump into his life.
Yeah.
Just to get that fucking, I can't believe I just did that. All those feelings, I'm the baddest motherfucker alive. Right. You know what I mean? Shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody on the planet fucking knows your name.
Right.
That'd be wild. Also think it would be cool, just say if you were the drummer for Jimi Hendrix. Just on a one tour date. And you're just back there and you're just seeing a god just fucking go off. And you're just having the time of your life, just fucking seeing just people just fucking, even they're not there for you, but just to be in the presence of somebody like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. My version of that would be Nirvana. Drummer for Nirvana.
Just
would you be Steve Kerr
back there?
Would you be Steve Kerr watching MJ?
If you put me 3 championships later where he hits the shot, no. I mean, I would take any of that. I'm just saying if I could be one person, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool too. I mean, that's a great pick as well. It's just I think
I'm gonna do a compilation of these at some point. So it's cool to see everybody's where everybody lands on that question. You know what I mean? Because everybody's been different, pretty starkly different so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's cool. It is kind of a tough question to be on the spot, but also maybe gives you more of an organic answer.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I told you this last week and you put it together and then it might have been that, or it could have been something totally fucking different. You know what I mean? But
it also gives you insight to what somebody is thinking or needing. For me, I feel like I'm just needing more gratitude.
Yeah,
that's kind of where that came from. So if I didn't feel like I needed that and I needed something else, I'd probably give an answer.
Definitely. I mean, I fucking started a podcast. Maybe I'm looking for attention. That's what all Michael Jordan got.
For glory.
Yeah, I guess. You know what I mean?
Shit, maybe. What about you, dude? What would you say? What's your answer to that?
Yeah, you've heard this question.
I've never answered this one.
You've heard it 7 times.
I've thought about it though, and
I'm sorry.
He's prepped.
No.
He's prepped.
I have thought about it. It would be Jim Morrison finishing a show.
Who's Jim Morrison?
The Doors
lead singer.
Oh.
Finishing a show in LA. A show in LA in the 60s.
You're a god.
You're a god. And you're going to do whatever you want that night.
You just barely, you're just barely hanging on. Your heroin's starting to wear off.
Just for 24 hours. That's all I want to live that life.
I feel you. No, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Because Same with Nirvana. Like, I don't know if the Doors were necessarily as highly regarded alive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's a good point.
So, like, Nirvana was big, the Doors were big, but, Nirvana's fucking...
Right.
How many people know that Baby floating album cover? But I don't think they were necessarily as big as they are, as culturally, like, iconic as they are now as when they were actually active.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think just want to see the way he thinks, kind of.
No,
he seems like
you're just
a
like
wild mind.
Just like Kirk. I mean, you're about to get into a real fucking artist's mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he doesn't think like anybody.
It's probably dark.
It's black.
Probably a dark place. That would be interesting.
Dark, yeah.
See the darkness.
It's only for 24 hours is all I want in there.
Like, I think we all have access to darkness, but I feel like some people live in that darkness a little more than the others.
I've kind of like based my career around the arts per se, and I'm not naive enough to know that I can manufacture art, graphic design. I can come up with shit. But there's a different level that some of these artists have that I'm fully aware that I don't think I can specifically reach. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So that's why I've kind of like tried to lean more towards the business side of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry. I was just saying, like, where like some of those artists are not business minded, but are just fucking artists. You know what I mean?
Artists, yeah.
I know a couple of guys like that. That you're just like, dude, if you could fucking figure it out, like you could be successful.
Yeah.
But all you are is just a fucking, fucking corn stalk blowing in the wind. Just you're an artist, man. And it's like, it's so bad. I wish I could help you out. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's got to be you because I don't, you got to figure that shit out on your own. But it's just crazy. Like, I know there's levels to that shit where fucking Jim Morrison is like, Kurt Cobain is just the next, like the most superior level of that,
Yeah. You have any entrepreneurial dreams, I guess? Maybe outside of the podcast?
Well, I have my own LLC.
You do?
Garden Fresh Media. Yeah.
Nice.
Does photography, graphic design, all that shit.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense now. I can see that. Wait, did you take all these photos?
Yeah. Nice. Not those.
You didn't take that one?
No, I wish, dude.
Oh, cool, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, but I guess you've seen the Dolly 2 stuff?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have? Are you in the program or whatever?
No, I've fucked around with this one. So there's other sites that use the same thing, and it's my phone's filming, but after I'll show you. It's like called Cafe something. But it's pretty smart. So I wish I could do this shit, but would have figured it out. So they are like an ad sales company, right? They put an ad in front of you. And then once you watch the ad, then you can create a piece of art, right? So it's like, damn, I wish that any ad sales company is going to make millions of dollars. Google, Facebook, anybody can sell ads. This company makes you watch it. Like, you can't even skip it. You know what I mean? So you got to watch 30-second ads. And that AI art's going to explode. So the pennies that they're making now in the future when, that AI shit gets better.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be crazy.
So much better. Yeah. I think it's 5 years until we see full length AI movies.
Yeah,
that's gonna be crazy.
I might have Wyatt put one in. I'm trying to figure out. What is that called? Oh damn.
What is it about?
It's AI art, but there's a specific site that I'm looking for that you can make one. Damn.
Generator?
Yeah.
And you put different names into it?
Let me see. Yeah, that Night Cafe, that's it.
Some funny stuff.
All right. All right. We're gonna say each one of us are gonna say 2 words,
Okay.
and then we're gonna see what it comes up with.
All right. No, you go first.
No, we'll say one at a time. We'll go around
Okay.
with this.
Oh, okay.
First off, how do y'all want it? Matt, Cosmic, or Cyberpunk?
Matt's fine. All right, Wyatt. First word that comes to your mind.
Rain.
Oh gosh. Cowboy.
Cartoon. No. We're gonna say 2 more words, or another word apiece. But this will be cool. Rain, cosmic. All right, yeah, type it in there. Cowboy. Cartoon. One more word, Wyatt.
Shit.
Not shit.
City.
City.
Oh, city? You said city?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Robbery.
Oh, like that. Wonderland.
Is that enough words?
Yeah.
If this thing can generate something out of that, I'll be shocked.
What does it say?
It'll take
A few minutes.
4 hours later. 1 eternity later. You can sell this as an NFT for the whole episode.
Oh yeah, dude.
You can own the NFT.
Rain, Cowboy, City cartoon.
Shit robbery.
Wonderland.
Wonderland. Have you ever messed around with a dolly too?
Yeah, I've made
Oh yeah,
a few of these. Yeah,
There's the first
Is that it?
one. That's the first one.
that's pretty fucking sick.
That's insane.
Who's got it?
That's pretty cool.
Can't put my bifocals on for this one. Oh, there's the bifocals.
I think we need one more go around.
Hold on, I want to say that though.
All right.
So, however, whatever you need to do.
Print screen. We're good.
That's fucking sick.
It really is.
All right, Kyle, start us off.
Well, I'm a huge fatty on the inside, so the first thing I think of when you say think of a word is cake.
I thought you were gonna say butter, but
Oh.
all right. Coffee. We'll hit that.
Hell yeah.
Rusty.
Oh,
Okay. Cannonball.
Yeah. Witch.
When somebody says a word, you automatically go to things. That,
Yeah, I know.
Canyon.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's like nice.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna put the bifocals on for this one.
That's Rain Cowboy cartoon.
That's another one of them.
That's the first one we did when I hit it.
Oh,
Simple.
I'm not really sure what's going on there, but
What? That's not the direction I thought they were gonna go.
bro, hey,
Do you want to say that one?
yeah. So, what we need to do? I'm gonna freaking fix that where it says illegible word there,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna fucking put that up in Blue Cell, dude.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna sell that. I'm gonna put what should we title that?
I will 100% do that.
I would use the Cake Coffee Rusty Cannonball Witch Canyon. That's your title.
No, it can't.
It wrote itself.
We can call it Garden Fresh.
No, dude. I feel like there's a title right there. Does that coffee cup not look almost like it's modeled after a snail a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But that's some art right there, dude.
It is, man.
We'll figure it out. Cafe.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna keep going back. Garden fresh cake.
Garden fresh cake. No, that is fucking sick, though.
Yeah. If you want to put that up in my cafe and sell it, dude.
No, dude, that's our NFT, dude, for the episode. We're gonna put a QR code at the bottom. Fucking take some of the episode.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Use your marketing tactics.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Blow up this episode.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, dog. Thanks for coming on, bro.
My pleasure.
It's been awesome to meet you.
Likewise.
Maybe again, but maybe for the first time.
Yeah.
Feels good to have another redhead on the podcast. Wyatt has been shaming me for a while. Him and his Hawaiian Mexican vibes.
Are you Hawaiian or Mexican?
I'm part Hawaiian.
Attaboy, okay.
He's not Mexican. I just like to give him shit.
Oh yeah, I'm half Puerto Rican, so I can.
Really?
I can relate on the whole like islander lineage, but you don't look it kind of vibe.
You're
like
from the middle of Arkansas.
Yeah. It's like you meet a Puerto Rican, they're like, no, you're not. You meet a Hawaiian, they're like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
You know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Kyle Tabor. Find Blue Cell Coffee in Conway and Walmart. Coming to Nashville also.
Yeah, watch out, Nashville taking over.
The Coffee Explorer. What's your Instagram handle?
The Coffee Explorer with periods between them.
Okay. Anything else? We need a Coffee Explorer YouTube. Is that Kyle Tabor or is it Coffee Explorer? What's the YouTube channel?
YouTube is the Coffee Explorer.
The Coffee Explorer.
Yeah, man.
Anything else?
No, man. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. Very nice to meet you and you, Wyatt. It's been a good time.
Good episode, boys.
Hell yeah.